actually. So what's up, you guys? Don't mind me, I'm stretching. Um, so today, oh shoot. Hey, my name BeeKayy, and today, Viv's hair therapy. Listen, I can I just borrow that? I need that because I just it just it's like come and get your mango baby. Like that's not the baby. That's my name BeeKayy. Like it's not A-OK. It's just BeeKayy. 107 when I said that. Well, today, oh, and if you're new to the channel, hi, disclaimers and shout outs, hi. So, shout outs to, shoot, you know what? There's so many names at this point. Shout outs to all the psychics, intuitives, empaths, spirituals, Capricorns, Scorpios, Pisces, Chirons, and Virgo, especially the ones in retrograde like me, and Sagittarius, North Nodes, and Pisces rising, and anybody with stelliums, because I'm a Scorpio stellium and a Capricorn stellium. And 147. Oh, and glory be to God at all times. Thank you, Jesus, and blessings to the ancestors, elders, and ascended masters. And I thank you, and thank you for being a part of the experience and the journey of the life that I live and just the things that I do. And my name BeeKayy. And in Jesus' name, amen. And I thank you. Today's Sunday, right? Today is Sunday. And I'm glad at this point right now that I just have the time to focus and channel. Like, it would be really, really nice and amazing if, like, more people interacted and tapped in during these times. But me being me, I'm like Beyonce, Scorpio moon. She's a Virgo. I'm a Capricorn. So we sister signs, and then we're both Scorpio moons. So I vibes with her. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan, but some of her music hits me. There's a lot of Scorpio moons in the music industry too. Like I've noticed that. I'm a Scorpio moon, Beyonce, Katy Perry. I almost want to say Miley Cyrus and Demi Lovato, but I'm not sure. J Lo, Mariah Carey, like Scorpio moon, Drake. I just heard Justin Timberlake and a confirmation. Um, but you know what? As a person who is very tapped into almost all the things, what I do know is I don't know nothing, and if it's not mine, that ain't my business. But 333, when I said that, I will give you my honest, transparent, authentic, genuine truth about it. If it just so happens to cross into my stratosphere, into my universe, you know, 344 could be okay. So channel message download. Okay, so oh, oh, and things just clicked literally internally for me. 355 when I said that. Um, so last night was the climax, the full moon, the really intense. Wow. Full moon in Scorpio. Hi. Um, it was interesting. So I really don't even want to talk about it too much, but 422 and I said that God and spirit and my ancestors said, please talk about these things. Somebody needs to hear this. Okay, so I talk about full moons a lot. I have like quite a few astrology forecasts in my recent videos, and so yeah, I'm not gonna delve like really really deeply into it. Check my last couple videos. Well, check my videos that are about full moons. Yes. Um. So a full moon basically is an emotional climax. It's like whatever you have been thinking about internally, feeling and repressing or suppressing, and just like an amplified display, right? So what it does is, and being that it's a very orbit, it's on all the water. Wherever it is, that's where the water is the highest. So for us right here in America, I'm in Detroit right now, but for us in America, 222, this is big. Okay, so for us in America, the waters are pretty high. Emotions are running high. Emotions are amplified, and that's just the full moon. Now, Scorpio, they say when you have a moon in Scorpio, like myself and Beyonce and lots of other people, that it's supposed to be like not exactly the greatest of things, but 606, because here's the truth. Let me break it down. They say the moon is in detriment or in fall, quick astrology aside or whatever. Um, they say the moon is in fall in Scorpio, meaning it's in a dark place and it's not very comfortable. But that's just a starting point, right? Because the moon shifts every 2.5 days. So for us, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, and myself, and lots of other people with Scorpio moons, it's funny that I tell people I'm a Scorpio moon only because I be sometimes just trying to find other Scorpio moons out here. I once came across another Capricorn Sun, no, quite a few actually now at this point. Capricorn Sun Scorpio moons, and it's just amazing. We are like literally the same person, no matter what skin we're in. But when you have a moon in Scorpio, like us, it means that your feelings, your nurturing, maternal, caring self, 7-Eleven convenience, um, all of the things that you feel about saying. But first you get a spark, then you get a thought, then you get a feeling. So once you get to the feelings point, it's like for us, because thoughts are here. When we get to the feeling point, it's like we got to go all across the universe, figure out how we feel by ourselves, because Scorpio comes from Pluto and Mars and is the most psychic sign, the darkest, the deepest, the scariest, and the most mysterious. So we feel things. We don't show that we feel things all the time because sometimes that's not appropriate, because the way that we feel things, oh boy. So, but that's just, again, so if you have it in your chart, that's just a starting point for you. Now, as you can see, because Pisces rising, high, Capricorn sun with it, and Scorpio moon, I've learned to adapt and adjust and evolve and recreate myself in an image of I'm better than I used to be, because Scorpio also rules death, sex, transformation, rebirth, taxes, other people's resources, and really that's what they say in the books, but I say Scorpio rules desires, secrets, trauma, pain, healing, so anything I just said is that and the opposite. So um trauma and ecstasy, right? So desires and like urges, right? And then like pain, but also healing, like death, but also life, like sex, but also like holiness. Like it's funny because everybody makes Scorpio out to be like the sign of let's have sex, and I really feel like that's like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for real, honestly. But we're not. We just, I guess, exude. Give off like sexiness. You know what? Boom. And then okay, I said you stretched it now. I'm dropping things. Oh shit. Okay. French. Je ne sais quoi. Voulez-vous coucher avec? And Olé, ooh la la, and l'amour 1007. When I'm saying these things, I guess I'm going to Paris. Oh, you guys. Oh, okay, good. Because I'm on the ledge of my porch and I'm doing a video for you. Because I'm on the edge of my porch, and I'm gonna do a reading for you. Gonna do a reading for you. You know, it's Sunday. And, okay, we were talking about the moon in Scorpio though. Okay, so all of that. So the way that we feel things, that's just the way that um the way I see astrology and astronomy. Astrology. Something happened, you guys. I don't know. Oh, Spirit said, we're here. We tapped in. All right. Well, yeah. So all of that I was saying about the moon in Scorpio, that is pretty much how everybody's been feeling all over the world in America for these last couple of days. The just extreme, like girth, birth, like breadth, like just the amount and density and like intensity of the feeling that we feel. Like we hide our feelings so deep down that by the time they hit the surface, like somebody might die. Um, and things happened over these last couple days. Shoot, everything else to come out. But the Five of Swords just jumped out in reverse, okay? Because yes, there has been a lot of strife lately. So 2 days ago, um, I talked about it in my last video. Go watch that. It is so I was just like led to, okay, why is this happening like this? This is interesting. Everybody got an upgrade if you were any type of anything tapped into the other side overnight last night. When in Scorpio transformations, that's what I was kind of talking about, but we're gonna get there later. Um, but 2 days ago, I was led to go for a walk. When I got to the end of my walk, I had to be witness that were causing these. Oh yeah, and then yesterday was just an intense time of just like it wasn't like things were going on because my life has been amazing, but it was just like everything that did go on happened in a much more expressive, flamboyant, like type of way, like And a lot of people who usually aren't emotionally expressive were a lot more vocal and verbal and action oriented and driven with theirs lately. So last night was the climax. We had a warm up, we had a pregame and the climax, and now we're doing the cool down. And then the warm down. And by like Wednesday next week, based on whatever happened and what you expressed and got off your chest from the depths of your soul with the people in your life, you might be an entirely different person, or you will, dear Gemini in the fourth house, Gemini as a child, and Gemini my house and home. But Gemini is supposed to be like the savant of la lengua, um, the Francaise, the all of the things, you know. So being an empath for me, sometimes I'm just like in my little zone, in my little bubble, at peace and minding my own business and not having chaotic thoughts and knowing what I want and doing what I do and being who I am. Sometimes things that just hit me. And even though it's not exactly the way I say things and the way that you're hearing them, I still understand it. The birds just told me that God is coming. And you know what? This might not be everybody, but somebody might need to do a Hail Mary. This is my transparent tarot deck, and it's interesting the way that these cards are coming out. I'm just looking at them right now because it's kind of helping me just illustrate my story and get my thoughts together because coffee. Hey, Frankie. Just Frankie. No, Frankie's just tarot, or is it just Frankie? Frankie's just tarot. Thank you. Tarot by Icy, Grid, and Capra Goat, and Piscean Goat, and all the goats like Cappy Goat, Cappy Wits, Cappy Glitz. Oh, and Val and Ryan, thank you guys. You are wonderful. It is so nice to see happy couples be in love and successful and in a stable, healthy relationship. That is a wonderful. That used to be around everywhere back in the day. Back in my day, a gallon of gas was only a quarter. You could get 3 packs of cigarettes for 27 cents. And I don't know where that just came from. Ooh, oh, wow. So yeah, it's an interesting time to be a time. And and I say this all the time, this is just the way I operate and live my life. I live in the now. The now, because it's 1758. The now from 1757 is gone. Now it's 1804. Um, yeah. So, and then the now, when I was talking about that, that's gone. Guess what? We're always in now. There is no such thing as the past because it's behind you. You're not there anymore unless you want to stay there. That's not my business. And the future doesn't exist. It's never here because you're always in the past until you get to the future. And both of those don't exist, right? You're always in the present, the gift of now, the gift of being in it sometimes, just, being alive. And I guess something that I use to help me like continue to push forward and do all the things I do. A lot of people tell me I work too hard and do too much. But the Scorpio in me, Scorpio moon, Scorpio Jupiter, Scorpio eighth house, huh, and confirmation, spirit says, please say this. For people, I always feel like for people who tell me I'm doing too much, and I just feel like people are only telling me that because they're not doing enough. Don't tell me I'm doing too much if you're not doing nothing. Like, so I'm always doing something. I'm always on the move. I'm always working and accomplishing something because we're always in now. And when it comes to just like, propelling through life, you have to be aware and cognizant and like just conscious in the moment, like here. And Detroit is interesting. Detroit is so interesting. And so all you ever have, if all you ever have is now, and we all deal with things, we have life, we go through struggles and have problems and obstacles and challenges and things. But if you stay stuck in the moment where the problem started, you'll never get to the solution because you're not operating in now. Now means that like, hey, 2035, I'm looking dead at you. I'm looking lively. I'm sorry, excuse me, bless me, Lord. Thank you, man. I'm looking lively at you. 44 when I said that. And giving you my attention. I am here. I hear you. I see you. I'm using my senses and I'm quiet enough on the inside because I'm not formulating things to argue with you about that I can clearly hear, understand, and comprehend what you're saying to me. And then after you're done, God, my ancestors, Jesus, all this, talk to me internally and give me the words to say back to you. You know, I as a Pisces rising, Scorpio moon, and a Capricorn sun, that's double water and a single earth. Um, I feel and know and understand a lot of things deeply and internally, and I might not always express that. So it's I don't know that when I get those things, I know that's me channeling, and I know that that's not me, because well, it is me, but it's a part of me. It's not all of who I am. Like when the thing, anything that you do or did or have or are or were is not you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, all of those things, they are not you entirely. It's just a part of you. Like me being the type of person that I am, and the skin that I'm in, and the way that I look, and how I operate in my life, you know, each single thing in and of itself means nothing. And it's not any type of representation of any all of that I am. But it is an extension. It is a display. It is, it's what you see. It's a manifestation. But I am that I am, that I am, and I am. Will my life is I've come to the understanding a long time ago. My life is not my own. To the Most High I belong, and I gave myself. I stepped out of the way, and that means I was following my intuition. I do with my feelings. I'm a very intellectual, articulate, intelligent, like logical. Mostly, most of the time, some people would say left-brained individual, but I'm also very creative, spiritual, intuitive in things, and um my emotional self is always on too. But I don't attachment to any one specific thing. Like I could have a thought and say, "Oh, okay, that's a thought," and then think about that thought. Like if something happens to me, I'm driving, somebody cuts me off in traffic, my first thought would be maybe, anybody's first, this is just me personally, so I'm not gonna say anybody. But my first thought would be something like, I should get in and cut them off. But then that's just a thought. That's just something that flashed through my mind as a part of an emotion called road rage. Everybody gets that sometimes. But then either side, it's in the middle where your pineal gland is, your third eye, right in the middle, the midbrain. Um, because both sides activate, they turn this on, and it's like, then I hear this voice that tells me, no, just drive. Forgive them for they do, but I do know this: the way they're driving, they might kill themselves or somebody else. So what I'm not gonna do is drive like them or drive near them, type things like that. And then I just operate accordingly, because those thoughts all processed in my mind in real time, while I'm also being cognizant of my real world surroundings. And each thought is a part of a different now. Like if I stopped at any specific now and then followed my feelings from that specific moment, then I probably would end up reacting, or just, the outcome would be different. I would probably do something different. But not attaching myself to those things means that with each thought that crosses my mind, it's like when I like literally, I be feeling like Key Palmer from Aquila and the Bee. I'd be like, being typed right now, and can see it, period, and it just flashes by, right? And I read the sticky note from somewhere in the I am that I am, because I am whatever I am when I am. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Because my name is Kay. But I think that's what this full moon kind of really was about. But I'm not even gonna do it. I was just sitting here playing with these stars this whole time. I'm just having fun. Today is a Sunday. It is so warm and nice. I'm sitting in the shade because it is so sunny and beautiful. but I am not wearing sunscreen. Um, but yeah, I think this full moon was really about a transformation of, especially because we're in the center of like a Mercury retrograde, an eclipse. Well, the full moon was an eclipse, so that was even something in and of. But this is eclipse season, so we're in the midst of a lot of things. But this to let go, surrender, detach, and just like not repress as much, but express in a very like constructive, productive, appropriate way, where like you get your message across without hurting anybody, causing conflict, or bringing back bad karma on yourself. Because everything you do, I always feel like I'm getting gang stalked for whatever. 2757, I say that. Somebody's trying to confuse me. I rebuke all dark magic, evil spells, the devil himself, and anything that is not for me and not mine. I rebuke it and back to where it came from. And anything that's mine, I want that back. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, amen. Catch me. Um, but yeah, like when you just this full moon kind of like, because we were already going through processing all of what we've been through in the past and going through, if God is bringing you something brand new right now. This was deep and dark and maybe scary and intense and maybe a little traumatizing, maybe a little painful. But this was supposed to teach you really just to surrender to life, let go. You can't be in control of certain things. And if it's not yours and doesn't belong to you, then it shouldn't be in your life. If it's not helping you to grow and be constructive and live a better life, adding to you, then it's subtracting from you, right? And that the things unseen do have power: thoughts, feelings, emotions, spirits, deities, demons, gods, angels, the Nephilim, the seraphim, all of that, the vampires, the werewolves, the pixies, the elves, the dwarves, the all of that. It's all real. You might just not see it. Aliens, spirit beings, celestial beings, gods, demigods, all that shit is real. But us as humans, fleshly meat pocket things with just like a tiny brain and only the eyes to see 1% of what really goes on around here. Like, you have to be very careful what you attach yourself to and like what you obsess over and become addicted to, what you desire and want and have urges and like instincts to want ownership over, because Taurus and Scorpio are opposites, but it's the same energy of possession, obsession, and it's just one. One is extroverted, one is introverted, one is male, one is female. It's weird because they're both feminine signs, but Taurus would be the male, Scorpio would be the female. Taurus is possession, Scorpio is obsession and confirmation. So, like, oh, what was I thinking when that notification was hit? So yeah, I just really heard like obsession. Basically all of the movies lately that have come out over the years is about a woman who is attracted to a man who is not attracted to her or is not supposed to be with her, like, or vice versa. Some like a one night stand turns into somebody sue and coming up to your job and threatening your wife and kids type shit. Um, which always does never end well. But the lesson is to never let it go that far. Sometimes it's deep, and sometimes it really is. But you need to know the difference, learn the difference, and then just surrender to the fact that whatever it is or isn't, I am what I am that I am, and that's over there. So I can process it, observe it, see it, think about it, have my own thoughts and opinions and act accordingly. And if it's not for me, it's not, I just need to let it go. And any past hurts, any trust, transgressions, anything I've been through, all the people who've hurt me and done me wrong, I forgive them. I forgive myself for being in those situations. And I still, can feel the way I feel and do what I do, but not holding on to any hurt, pain, regret, trauma, or just like, ill will or anything, or hate or remorse or anguish or despair, anything like that. Not holding on to any of those things that, even though it's just a feeling, could cause a lot of bad things. It could kill you internally, or it could cause you to do crazy things in the outer world that will, you know. And so, but that doesn't mean that I want these people back in my life, or it's okay, or I'm okay with it, or that I wouldn't do anything about it. It just means that I'm past the point of this happened, and three, 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 three. When I said, well, four threes when I said that. This happened. Here I am. In the moment, I can do what I can. And after this moment, all I can do is what I can. But I have to know where I am, what I'm doing, and what's coming at me to know what I can do, what I want to do, and what I should do. And then after doing what needs to be done or whatever, then moving on and moving forward and not looking back. Like life is a story. And if you want to write your story where you are a time traveler and you keep going back to the past and reliving the same situations over and over again, then hey, but my story is going to lead me past the edge of the universe because I'm always moving forward. I think that's it. I've been talking for 35 minutes and I was not expecting to do that. I feel like this was all like a channeled message, kind of, sorta. But if I have to give any advice, it would be this: for the next couple of days, drink lots of water, be kind to yourself and others, be very, very careful with your thoughts and words, and treat yourself with positive affirmations, you know, whenever you can, and whenever possible, respond, do not react. Meaning, when a situation is presented to you, don't let your body move before your brain clicks and your thoughts and your feelings come back together. That's why I have a 24-hour rule for certain things. But also, um communicate. Just like, if you feel a way, tell let it be known. But hopefully in a positive, peaceful, productive way. And continue healing and staying blessed and beautiful. And I was just told to tell you, if you're a music psychic like myself, you should probably check out the songs Going Through Changes, Let Us See I Am Changing by Jennifer Hudson from the Dreamgirls soundtrack, or Transform by Daniel Caesar, Transformer, Philo Green, or Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. All right. So this was interesting. You are a wonderful. My name BeeKayy. We is out here. I think my foot fell asleep. And subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Because I love you. It helps me and the channel. It helps YouTube to figure out what you like. And also, get my videos out to a broader audience for people who would like to see my videos. So subscribe and a thank you. I'm gonna put my info in the description, and email me for bookings if you're in the Metro Detroit area. I'm also a networker, a liaison, and a promoter. So check me out. And I'm also back in business, the House of Abundance, with your star player BeeKayy, because my name BeeKayy, is open and available for all the services. It's summer, and let's do that. For now, never goodbye. See you soon, because we're always now. And you saw me in that now, and you're looking at me now and this now, and I will see you in the next now that I see you very soon. Watch another one, and a thank you. Oh, there's the camera. You are a wonderful being, being you. Subscribe. Thank you.